This shutdown that we're having has been an interesting time, and I'm sure you'll agree that lots of us are saying it's a bit of a reset. And I have to say, for me, it has again shown me that so often we get very busy. It's so easy to be busy in our society and have things that just, lead to another thing, and our days are so busy, full, and even getting together with friends. There's always so much distraction going on, and as I've indicated in this post, I've been a champion at just squashing down my feelings for a very long time. And it started when I was young, and that was, I guess, the way that I coped with things that were going on around me and to me. But it took me a very long time to realize you can't actually relax and be who you are if you're shoving down things that you're feeling. And I think for me, I definitely felt like it was wrong to feel certain things, to feel angry, to feel disappointed, to feel hurt. To me, they were all very selfish. It was wrong to be selfish, to care about how I felt. And so, I did get very, very good at just shoving that down and getting on with life. But the symptoms start to appear. As you know, we talk a lot about cause and effect here and universal law and all of that. And that's the way we operate as humans. You can't step outside of that. And so the cause, me shoving everything down, had an effect. And that effect was very loud and very far-reaching. And, it's even now in this time, and I've been living very differently for the last, nearly 5 years now, and so freeing and so refreshing. But again, I was reminded this week that sometimes we have emotions come up. I don't know if you're like me, but, again, I've got this natural programming tendency, habit to just ignore them and try and get busy. And I guess I've got this COVID situation to thank for the fact that it's harder to do that right now. And so the other day when I had, quite intense feelings of just, I just need to stop and take some time for me, I felt quite guilty about that. And I naturally just wanted to get on and do some things, and, I should do this and I must do that. But thankfully, I'm more aware of that these days, and it's so interesting where it led to. So as I took some time to just check out, sleep, read, do what I really felt like doing, and just let go of all the shoulds and must-dos. Hey, Kathy, gorgeous lady. I really started to feel my emotion rise. Like, it got more intense, which made me more so want to go and do things so that I could disconnect and shove that feeling down and distract myself. And I'd encourage you strongly not to do that. And as I started just feeling things, I started getting quite loud messages, I guess, about actions I did want to take. And one of them was to connect to one of my beautiful daughters and really had an honest conversation with her. And it was quite emotional because I think often as mothers, as older people in our families, we feel like we should have it all together. We should have the answers, and we certainly shouldn't ever feel angry or disappointed or emotional. That was my feeling. And to have this beautiful conversation with my daughter, who's 30 and has 2 of her own children, was just so refreshing to know that, it doesn't matter how old we are, we're still human. And expressing who you are in every moment of every day is only going to help you be led in the way that you're meant to be living, in the direction of what you're doing. You might be in a business and you're struggling to build that. The way forward is to get in touch with who you are, and then you can be guided by what you do, guided in what you are to do. But while we shove down any emotion, for me, it was always, I didn't want to be a pain. I didn't want to be a burden to anybody. So I'd always shove down any emotion I had for any need that I felt. Now, while we shove down one emotion, you're shoving down all of them. You can't close off your emotional being and still feel something. So it's so important that we just be who we are, feel what we feel, and let that direct you in your thinking. And I don't mean by reacting. You still have a choice, but to sit with it and feel it. And the day that I did that was uncomfortable. I just didn't want to feel that. But I think getting into the habit of feeling is really the guide here. It gets us in touch with what's really going on for us, rather than just being those machines that keep on doing. If there's an emotion that needs to be sat with, it's so important to do that. Otherwise, it's like a backlog of emails that you just never get to, and that has far-reaching consequences. And often with those that we're closest to. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling like, you know what, I never find my voice, I'm always biting off my tongue, zipping my lip, not expressing myself, then let's have a chat, because it's so detrimental to you showing up as you're meant to, as you're here to do. And it can seem scary from that place, but I can assure you it's so freeing once you walk through that little passage of fear and find on the other side this amazing freedom. And from that place, you can show up and influence so many people around you, especially those that you love most. So yes, I'm going to attach my link here, calendar link, and if you just want to have a chat, if that's you, if it resonates in any way, please don't stay there. The world is waiting for you. Those closest to you are waiting for you, and they will applaud you when you step up and speak up and show up. All right, have a great day, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.